Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Kika, and this was my RC Mustang before I decided to restore it. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so as you can see in these pictures, there was a lot of cracks, dents, scratches all over the car, which was, okay, I knew I could fix that, but there was this huge crack going all the way from the front right fender to the grill that ended with a huge hole. And this was a lot of damage, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to repair it, but I still got to work. The first step was to remove all of the stickers, the lights, and all the tapes and the back spoiler of the car, and to get it prepared for washing. After I took off all of the stickers and all of that stuff, I took my garden hose and washed the car down. Uh, washed the car from all of the messy gunk that was on there, so it would be ready for the next step. After the car had dried up, I decided to fill all of the dents, cracks, holes with body filler, which I think was a good, also, I mean, a good and also kind of a bad idea, but I'll get into that later. This was also my first time ever using body filler and mixing it, so it wasn't perfect, but yeah, you always gotta try and learn from your mistakes. Since I didn't know what I was doing with body filler, I applied a bit too much of it, but it didn't matter that much because I still needed to sand it down to make the surface nice and smooth and ready for painting. Also, a little side note, I used this drill with sandpaper to sand down the car. After sanding the car down, I saw that the body filler left a lot of imperfections, which was my fault. So I applied the second coat of body filler, and I also used some body filler mixed with fiberglass from the inside of the car, where the big crack with the hole was, so it would be nice and sturdy, and it won't crack again if I crash. Then I drilled these two little holes in the front left fender bumper where there was this little crack which I didn't want to fill with body filler, so I zipped it together with a zip tie. Okay, so there is some missing footage of me applying the primer on the car, which I'm so sorry for, but let's just say that it went pretty badly. As you can see, this primer was I had this primer. I already used it on my S15 body, and it did the same exact thing. It created it didn't make an even surface. It didn't spread evenly. It made these lines that look like cracks, which yeah, it looked horribly, and I needed to sand the whole primer down because I couldn't paint on top of it since it would look like I had cracks or these lines in my paint. So yeah, that was another time wasted sanding down the car again. Well, after I sanded the car down, I made sure the tape was nice and snug on there so it wouldn't leak the paint through. And I finally painted the top of the car white. Here are some of the pictures of how it looked when the top was painted white. After that was done, I finally got to paint the car black. And well, let me tell you, it looked horrible. I was really shocked because the paint has had runs on it, a lot of not a lot of bad spots, and uh, on some places the paint was shiny and nice how it was supposed to be, but in some places it was matte, and it had a different feel to it when you went over it with a finger. So I decided to sand it down and paint it again with even worse results. So I sanded it down again and I painted it, which turned out okay. It had still a lot of runs and it was still like kind of matte on in some places. But yeah, I I wouldn't, I decided I wouldn't sand it down again and paint it because I was super tired and stressed from this whole process. But I remembered that we had this polishing paste laying around, so I decided to try to polish the matte places and to bring some gloss or shine from it, and it turned out pretty good. It brought back the shine to some of the places, and I was, pretty happy with the result. That it looked at least sort of kind of decent. Okay, congratulations. You've made it to the end of the video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Um, I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe and share some tips down in the comments because as you have seen in the video, I have made a lot of mistakes and the car could have looked much better, but I'm still very pleased with how it turned out. Uh, Even though I had like these these big complications, but I'm really happy how it turned out, and yeah, I thought I would make a little video of it and show it with you guys. So if you've got any recommendation, tips, or just advice, then definitely put it down in the comments. And even about my English pronunciations and video tips, because I'm really new to this and I'm not a native speaker, so I can mispronounce some words, and I'm not the most confident of a speaker, so I would definitely like to improve on that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.